What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the madness. Today, we're going to be doing a review on a website that I've been a part of for the better part of a decade. I thought it was a scam email that I got from one of the guys over at PickupMusic, and turns out it wasn't, and they're actually asking me to do a review of their stuff, which is amazing because I've been using it for the better part of a decade anyways. Let's go ahead and get into what actually makes this website worth your time, why I've stuck with them for so long. A, because I have a legacy account, it cost me $6, but B, because their lessons are actually really, really good. Let's go ahead and get into what we're going to be covering today. So, who are they? Why do I care? Why are they actually a credible source of information for guitar, right? 2, what are they putting out there? And then 3, I'll show you a general overview and my favorite features, including the feedback that I got that probably will change my guitar playing forever. So let's go ahead and get into the website right now. Here we are. This is what kind of you'll see. This stuff will all be gone because you haven't started anything if you're brand new here, right? So they've got pathways, and they've got master classes, song squads, essential licks, 5-minute lessons, jam tracks, a practice center, and then a place to explore. So pathways and master classes are your long form content. They're basically take weeks to months to complete, and they should. You should not be just consuming this information just because you can watch a video and hope to get better. Take your time and practice, right? Song squad, you're learning songs. Essential licks, you're learning licks. 5-minute lessons, short form, 5-minute content, technique based, or maybe a little bit of licks or a little bit of both. Jam tracks, you're using a jam track to play to. It's awesome because then you can play to certain keys or different genres that maybe you're not typically used to. It's awesome to practice with. And then because they're also in time, so you're practicing in time as well. Record yourself, listen back, and it sounds good because the backing track is good. And then practice center and explore. All right, so my favorite content really on this website are the master classes and the pathways. And it makes sense why, because the teachers are great and the content, the way they organize it and they structure it, and the actual content itself is awesome. My favorite being right now, the Caged. It's what I'm going to show you all about. This is a good representation of what they're about. So you got a welcoming package, a welcoming committee here. You got your shapes. You learn all your shapes in grades 1 and 2. Then you move through them. Then you learn your scales. And it starts off right here in connecting the shapes. When they show you these images to help you understand what you're doing. So, oh yeah, you got the bass chord values. Then you've got the pentatonics. Then you go up and down. Then you go through all these exercises. And you'll learn all about it, Then you jam, and it's funny because this is normally taught by Molly here. Then you get to Sam Blakelock. He's the founder of the website and everything, and Pick Up Jazz and to Pick Up Music. And it's good stuff. You can kind of see. I'll just skip to a part in here.
Lick in these 2 shapes. So the lick went like this. 2.
Oh, it's on the 10th fret. Yeah.
There's a lot going on, right?
So you can kind of see the what kind of things are going on in here. And then, of course, you go all the way down. It gets pretty... Grade 3 and 4, it really ramps up in difficulty, which is good because you're getting what you pay for. You shouldn't be having an easy time the entire time. You should have to try. I'm going to show you the other one that got me into it at first. This is the first reason I ever bought a membership here. And it's for this guy, Shane Barnes. Shout out to this guy because, he made my membership for this website live for a long time. And this dude just has an amazing melodic approach to guitar, and learning his stuff is awesome. Right here, For Lulu is one of my favorite licks ever. And it's just because it's so different approach. I remember learning this. It took me literally days. So that's the kind of stuff you can kind of get from this website. It's not just one genre. Like, you're gonna get a ton of stuff, and that's that's an OG lesson. I doubt many people even on there currently know about that one. But it's a hidden gem. It's from back in like 2017, 18 time frame. And and so that's kind of what you're going to get. But let's go ahead and get into the one-on-one feedback portion of this review, because that stuff is fire. All right. I did recordings in different days because I was recording my performances for the one-on-one stuff days ahead before I started recording this. So I'll show you my performance, the feedback, across a couple different performances, and then you can kind of get an idea really what the value is. I think right now it's about $15 or something like that. You get a month free or whatever for a free trial. I recommend trying it out. Just because, and then try it out, go through like a course, and then do the one-on-one feedback. Just give that a whack. This guy's feedback is amazing. Here we go.
Hi Alexander, my name is Ben Thomas and I'm with the Pickup team, and I'm here today to give you some feedback on this really great performance of Wait and See. And also
feed my ego.
Welcome to Pickup and welcome to our new Caged Pathway, because I see this is what we're going to do is just go back and watch this together so we can review it. And Alexander, your comment I loved, because of course we can talk about technique and timing for sure. The guitar face, I don't know if I can help you with that. That's something.
He says I'm screwed. First hand, fuck it up.
On.
I'm screwed.
So, yeah, that's a hard one to answer. But for what it's worth, Alexander, I didn't think your guitar face was over the top or underwhelming or overwhelming. It was just what it is, I feel like that's
good feedback. Appreciate it. He didn't tell me I suck, but he didn't tell me I'm bad either.
Live with it a little bit. But let's take a listen to your playing.
All right. Oh man, that dude's good. What do you think?
So right out of the gate, I love just like the intentionality and just like the real like energy you're bringing to this opening phrase. Like you're really attacking it with great rhythm, but it's not sterile. It has some emotion to it, and also just the overall tone of the guitar sounds really nice.
I'm glad he pointed that out. Makes me feel good. If I didn't teach tones on this thing.
The first thing in terms of like timing, that one spot, it's I'm being very nitpicky here, but because this is overall like a really great performance, I'll try to give you some more nitpicky.
I knew this
comments.
was here.
So
I knew this was here.
For that one dropout where it's like boom,
I had to leave something bad in there in order,
We just want to make sure that those two notes.
If they didn't catch
right
this, I would have been
on the
disappointed.
beat. And yeah, we have the drum to help us for that second beat, because we're gonna play right with
I appreciate you though, man. I'm glad you pointed that out.
A little bit off from the drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
So you're just like.
I knew I screwed it up, but I still uploaded
what
it.
I would suggest you do in any kind of song like this one or others where there's like a whole dropout.
Here, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because I did know about that, but the other stuff is
sometimes can be the 2. Yeah. Adding some extra attitude here.
Here we go. Just a little more of the feedback that you want to hear.
Now, my only other comment is just that compared to Carl's performance, you're adding a lot more vibrato to the final notes of these phrases. And vibrato is pretty subjective. So the good thing is that like the vibrato you're adding is really tasteful. I think it sounds great. However, I'll also just say that like from the very first phrase here, like you're giving a lot of vibrato, which is cool. That's kind of a part of the energy that I was talking about earlier. But once you do that, I feel like then you kind of have to maintain that energy, and it's sort of like you've made a decision that that's the sound you're going for.
This is the feedback, guys. This is the feedback, because I've never, ever taken the time to think about my vibrato like that. Like, the fact that he's pointing this out, and the next guy does the same point out. I thought that I was correcting it, and I actually wasn't doing too good of a job at it. It's a process. Like, I've boxed myself into very specific habits, and while I have good ones, I also have ones that I really need to pay attention to, like my vibrato, and this is it.
For the whole tune. So you do just keep it consistent, but just want to like highlight that it would be interesting to see you try to play through this performance and drop that intensity for the vibrato like in half, just to see what it feels like, and maybe rather than having that kind of faster, really intense sound, just go for like a little more of a mellow sound, just to see how it affects your playing and like the overall performance and like the
And I will say, like, the fact that he's like saying, like, just see how it feels, see how it affects your performance, that is really what did it, right? Because like when you go back in and you analyze your performance, and then you go and you try out this new way of like doing vibrato per se, like it really it changes the way your learning process is being done. Because typically I wouldn't have found this, I wouldn't have gone back and done this stuff, and so my guitar playing may have just stayed the same in that respect. But now I'm going back and really analyzing my vibrato, and then also my technique, which the next guy, really challenges my way of doing it. And turns out my technique was a bit off. So it's like, it's good shit. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get out of this one. I love the rest of his feedback, but that's pretty much what's going on here. Is they're giving you good feedback for a whole bunch of different, stuff. And of course, you got me over here friggin' simping because I was happy about it. So let's go ahead and find the other one. Yeah, that's okay. Hold on a second. All right, and so guys, this is the second one. This dude's real badass too, and he teaches me some technique. And this is the second performance. Before I give you, because he does stop the performance pretty early on in the video, I will let you see the whole performance because I thought it was pretty good. But he's very specific in the feedback he's giving me, and he's more focused, and I'll show you that. But I want to show you the performance because I did put some effort into it. Pretty nice. Either way, that's the performance that we're looking at here. That's the feedback.
Xander, what's going on? My name is Dan.
And I know this is a long video, but stick with me. I just want to show you, like, give you actual representative, what you're getting out of here, Leave nothing out.
Thank you so much for sending this video in for feedback. Man, from start to finish, this was just a really killer performance. Just right out of the gate. You just came in with just so...
Okay, we're going to skip the ego blow up because, I don't need it. But I want to show you the valuable stuff. But appreciate you, man. I don't mean to skip it over like it doesn't mean anything to me, but I just wanted to get to the part. What that, like, really...
Texture.
Sorry.
Sometimes our vibrato, we want to sort of think that our vibrato is expressed solely through the finger. And when we do that...
And he's pointing out exactly where I mentioned it. Like when I'm sitting there squirreling around a little bit with it, just wanted to point that out so that you know.
It sort of gives it sort of a springy, shaky...
But he's basically...
As... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you see, and that's exactly what I did. The second variation there is, and he's telling me, like, kind of chill out, slow down, take it easy,
right?
Take a deep breath,
So what we need to think about when we do vibrato, regardless of what finger we're using, we want to think about it as, our finger really doesn't control the shake that much. the finger acts as like a circuit.
Imagine that. He's making the circuit plug because I'm an electrical engineer. He's pushing the right buttons. Quit blowing up my ego, man.
Right. We're closing the circuit
It's all good.
between our finger
I don't mind, man.
and whatever point our thumb is.
I
There's
don't
a
mind.
gap here in between my hand.
But either way, he's basically correcting my technique in a one-on-one scenario. That's kind of what I want you to know about this, right? That's the point. So, without getting into any more detail, that's really the gist of this. Do I think it's worth it? Absolutely. You know, I think that bettering yourself, no matter where you go, really is a great thing. But when you find services like this that are actually doing the community a service and providing it at a reasonable price and making it available to everybody, even on a free 30-day trial, 14-day trial, if you really hustled and got into the performances section of a pathway, you could get there and then get your thing reviewed within the week. I think it's worth it. I'll leave a link for the plug down in the description. You know, nothing held back. I do make I make like 10 or 15 bucks if you end up signing up for a month, which is great for me. Thank you. So completely transparent there. Is the fact that I use this website a hoax? No, I really have been using it for an entire, look, you're a legacy member on the old pricing plan. And just to show you, well, next charge, there, $6. PickupMusic is the best value for me ever, but you're gonna have to pay $30. I appreciate you guys for sticking in and sticking around, and let me get you a better view of my face so I can say goodbye in the proper way. Either way, you guys, I appreciate you stopping in. I can't believe there's still growth on this channel despite not posting for 3 months. Very much appreciate you guys. You know, I'm just glad that I can be of service to the community, and I hope that you guys don't take this as me just being some freaking guy that's trying to make a couple bucks off you guys. I don't need the money on this thing. Like, I've got a good job. It doesn't make a difference. I'm just trying to get the good information to you, you know? All right. Well, either way, ciao for now, y'all. I'll catch you all on the flippy floppy, y'all.